by Olin Hall is this old Victorian house called the Hauer House. It's actually part of the university. And so when I was teaching at the University of Akron, I started looking into it and investigating it. And I found out that it's actually part of the campus. And it used to be owned by the richest family in Akron, the Hauers. The Hauers were this rich family, and eventually the matriarch of the family, Grace Hauer, she willed the house and property to the university on her death in the 70s under two conditions. And this is true, and this became the seed of the story. One, that two underclassmen women would always live there, and they'd get free room and board as long as they kept up the house and led tours and did logistics and things like that. And two, they were not allowed to bring men into the house after 8 p.m. So you ask why, and they're like, oh, it's just an old-timey thing. She didn't want it. But if you talk to the women that live there, they say the reason is because Grace's husband, before he died, said, if you bring any other man into this house after I die, I'm going to come back. And to this day, the women that live there say if their boyfriends stay past 8 p.m., the house gets angry.
Oh,
and
my
the
goodness.
piano starts to play, things start to move, and you see people in the hallway. Actually, we were talking a little earlier, my friend Bill Mankey, who edits the music and does the music for my podcast. He actually dated one of these women when we were in college, and he stayed the night there one night. And the women that live in this house, they have two little dormitory rooms. And here's the weirdest part. This creeps me out. So the doors to their private rooms have a big plate of glass in them looking out into the hallway. And they have a sheer curtain over that gives them some privacy. But where else do you see a bedroom door that you can look through? He was with her one night, and it stayed past 8 o'clock, and they're sitting there on the bed, and he looks up, and he sees, no question about it, a man walk by in the hall. And nobody's home. The house has been closed for hours. And so at first they're too scared to check it out. And then eventually they get up the nerve and look through nobody's there. So stuff like that happens all the time.